Hey there! I don't know why I'm clapping. Okay, some of you actually begged me not to make a new movie review, but since I've lost 2 hours of my life watching that fucking movie, I think I kinda earned the right to rant on it. And Peter, Tooltime on YouTube, recently made a Twilight review and he titled it Twilight Sucks. So I'm gonna rip him off cause that's what I do, and I'm gonna title this video New Moon Sucks. By the way, if you're not familiar with Tooltime, he makes really great videos on atheism and philosophy.
Bitch, please. Where the fuck's my mascara?
And also, occasionally, he makes very well put together movie reviews.
Leave Transformers 2 alone! Leave it alone! Leave Transformers 2 alone!
You know, I always had this secret envy of Peter because he can do something I can't. No matter how funny a subject is, he can always talk about it with a straight face.
And the part where they're talking about...
Okay, now back to the movie. You may have picked on this by now, but I really like character-driven films, and New Moon fails monumentally in this department. First of all, I hate the Bella character. I really hate her. She doesn't have any personality. She's wallpaper. She doesn't seem to be interested in any fucking thing. She has no depth to her. She has no knowledge of anything. She doesn't have any ambitions. And she has this constant frowned expression on her face, like she's in permanent pain or she's constipated or something. And she falls down like a motherfucker. She always ends up on the floor or on the ground. Ugh. And if you've seen the first movie, Twilight, you know that she was going hardcore emo about not being able to live without Edward.
Basically, Bella's like, oh my god, I love you so much, I can't live without you! If you leave me, I'll cut myself!
Well, now it's only getting worse because Edward goes away and she gets all suicidal and shit. Jumping off cliffs and going on motorcycle rides with rapists, cause that's always a good idea. And all this because when she's in danger, she has those visions of Edward bitching at her. Step away! Don't do this! Bella, no! Run! So overly dramatic. And speaking of Edward, he is the lamest vampire ever. His entire family is. They are all vegetarians, meaning they don't consume human blood, they only eat deers and shit. Like, how the fuck is that supposed to make them look any better? At least we know that some humans are scum, they could do the Dexter thing and go after the killers and the rapists, but no, they eat deers. Like, what does a fucking deer ever fucking do to deserve to be fucking hunted down and blood drained by vampires? It's horrible! Oh, and they repeat high school, over and over again. If you were immortal, out of all the things you could do, that would be your lifestyle of choice, repeating high school 50 times. It's so fucking stupid it hurts. Did I mention they sparkle in the sunlight? You know how vampires usually can't stand the sunlight because they get fried and turn to dust, or at least get burned or something? Well, not those vampires. Because they sparkle! Oh, shiny vampires! I just don't get Edward's appeal and why all those teenage girls are so wet for him. He's not hot. He's really not hot. He's not funny, he's not smart, he wears lipstick and eyeliner, and he's not even sure how he really feels about Bella, if he wants to fuck her or eat her. And he's so protective of her, in that I'm gonna get into your room at night and watch you sleep kind of way, protective, you know?
Yeah, I feel very protective of you, Bella.
It's probably because she falls down so much. Oh, and then there's Jacob, who is Bella's longtime friend, and he's a werewolf, and in love with her, and really buff.
You're so beautiful.
And for some reason, he's always shirtless.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts.
Now don't get me wrong, cause I ain't complaining. He is eye candy and I totally support the idea that hot men should be shirtless. All the time. But it's just so obvious that the movie is targeting horny teenage girls. Even the discussions I've heard is like everybody's obsessed with Bella getting laid by Edward. Or by Jacob. Or by both. Possibly at the same time. Okay, I am exaggerating, but the story is so dry and the plot is so cliché and lifeless that this is what it all comes down to. There is so much emphasis on the attraction between Bella and Edward and on the attraction between Bella and Jacob. Everybody's going nuts over it. Just please, one of you, give it to her already so we can all go on with our lives. I know this is not much of a review, but I don't know what else to say about it. The acting is bad, the dialogues are cheesy as fuck. The villains look ridiculous. They are supposed to be those powerful badass vampires and they all look like pimps. And by the way, the vampires are Christians. They believe that their souls are destined to hell because they are vampires. Can you get more pathetic than this? Anyway, I will end this here, and to be fair, the movie has the benefit of a good cinematography, the visuals are pretty nice, and if that along with a hot shirtless guy is enough to make you think the movie is any good, well, you just suck. Christian vegetarian vampires who sparkle in the sunlight. What the fuck?
What? What?
You know what I mean? And I do my little turn on the catwalk.